Hello and welcome to Kingsway Classroom Tour. I'm in my hallway of the room. I wanted to show you my sign, and I also wanted to show you in front of my classroom. This is my kids' activities that they do. So the reason why I'm showing you that because I have boards in the classroom. They keep their soccer and uniforms and everything here. Everything is not here right now because it's actually wash day, but this is where they keep things to make it simple. Okay, and I'm going to enter my classroom. And just lock the door. So I'm going to do a quick scan of the whole entire room. Hoping that everything is in place. I kind of checked, but not thoroughly. Okay, so I'll start with the back of the door. This was something that I started last year and I never really finished because we didn't really use it that much. We did better when we had it states and capitals, just using them as flashcards. I was going to hang the whole thing, and it just was time consuming, and I was using a lot of command strips, and I felt like it was a waste of money, so I just stopped. I'm going to take them down hopefully this year and just do the flashcards. What I usually did, I had a book that I read to them. We kind of orally set it together. So I'm trying to think. Okay, so the reason why, I'll show you this in a second. The reason why I got this sign thing from Target, the reason why I showed you outside in the hallway, because this is something that I have for the kids to see what activities they had. I had something previously where I tried to do color coded this year, and I tried to do it to where they had on the paper, if their name was in their color for that day of the week, then that means they had an activity. So here, these are all the activities that we have going on. Mondays, jujitsus for Layla, all of them except Zoe. She's 3, she'll be 4 on Friday. And I'm going to be starting to try to take them, not every Monday, maybe every other, because I feel like it'll be too much. Robotics, we just joined a homeschool group, and they have robotics. So I thought that was really good, and I want to try it out and see what it's all about. Tuesday, soccer, all of them have soccer. So that's from 3:45 to 5. Well, actually it's to 5:30, but I have to leave early because Layla has gymnastics at 5:30. So then, hi Isaac, my son is watching live from his my husband's old phone, and he just said hi to me. This is my first time going live, so if things pop up, I will try to respond to them. Wednesday they have jiu-jitsu. And we also have church, and they have a program called Masters Club at the church where the kids all earn badges, and it's really nice that my kids love it, and they earn something for what they put into it. So I like that a lot. I like that concept. Thursday my daughter has gymnastics, and Thursday my boys have jiu-jitsu. Now this is the no-gi class for them, and my brother will be taking them because that's going to be too much running around for me. So my brother's going to take them, and then Thursday nights, only when the games are at 9, I'll be playing soccer. Fridays, soccer for all of them from 3:45 to 5:30. And Saturdays, jiu-jitsu for Layla and Chris and the boys, my older 2 boys. And then starting in October is music. And they'll be going from 11 to 12, like maybe 12:30. Here is what we have. I didn't do it this week. I'm already falling off the bandwagon. But last year, every time they did a subject, I would mark to see, so they could see if they did it every day. But these were all the subjects. I may have to change it. I actually didn't even change it. These are the weather charts and days of the week charts, mainly for my little one to know what was yesterday, what's tomorrow. These are my kids' job charts. And I have it color-coded, kind of. The blue is empty trash. Blue is Christopher. Purple is Layla. Isaac is actually, he's green. He has dust the blinds. My son is yellow, but they only had orange on here, so he is to vacuum the classroom. And my 3-year-old is to put away the crayons. She's red. This is their schedule that I want them to see. I have not stuck to this just yet. Only my younger ones have like times where my other ones have they have like kind of, I wrote it out, but I don't know if this is going to work all the time. So it's dry erase, so I can change it. And then the stars at the bottom is things to come, which we didn't start yet. So my daughter erased some of this, so sorry if it's sloppy. I've tried to write over it. And over here, more days of the week. I go over with my 3-year-old, months of the year, a counting chart, and an ABC chart. She can count to 10, past 10, and she knows all of her letters and sounds. But I just have it up because it's fun. And I'll show you in my closet. So I have some the curriculums from their previous years for records if I ever need to. I live in New Jersey, and they actually do not have restrictions. You can participate in things such as the SATs and things like that, but it's not mandatory. These are some games we have, and these are some rewards that I have. It's my kit that I give out for the kids when they do great things. Here are their book bags. Since we are on the go so much this year, there are times if we don't get finished, if we have to be a couple places or run to the store, I'll have these put their stuff in the book bag, and hopefully when we get to the location they can work on it. But I try to get done everything and just have to take along a book for reading or something easy where I might not be able to give them all of their attention. Give them all of the attention that they might need, so I have to do something where they can work independently. Here are some smocks that they have for messy projects. Here is my son's origami kit that he hasn't touched in a while. Maybe he'll pick it back up. These are some keyboards and the cords to them. This is some Christmas decorations for when we decorate the classroom for Christmas. Back there are some more poster boards and other projects that I had. These are extra papers and books, and I think I had a dry erase cursive book. I don't know where it went, but it was supposed, oh, here it is. Dry erase cursive book. I love that for the kids. I labeled my drawers this year so I can tell them which drawer, is in what as they learn. I will open the drawer. Sorry, hang on tight for a second. The top drawer is broken, so bear with me. We have chalk, and that is for, so this is my mat. If they are doing chalk, I'll get to that board. That dinosaur board is a chalkboard, and I put this down if I need to for my daughter. This is a mat, and then she draws away on it. This is money that I typically just use for my older 3. I might let my Kenny, no, he's in 1st grade now. I might let him start using this one. He has a play one. These are some calculators and some rulers. In drawer number 2, we have flashcards. I don't use them too often. I have some, the ones that I use, I have out more. I kind of back and forth with them. And I have some paint and glue in this drawer. All 3 of these are extra books. All 3 of these are extra books. Thank you, Isaac. And some is old curriculums that I'm saving for the next child. This is just construction paper, some extra bins, and these are my President flashcards. Here I have some extra folders and extra notebooks, some Bible things in here, posters that someone gave me. Here I have stickers, my labels, and these are schedules that I was going to write out for them. I got rid of my teacher's desk. I'll get to that in a minute. So I just have this chair that I pull out to use when I need to sit down next to the kids. These are some extra boards that I would love to write something on them. I have a Cameo, and a little bit off the topic, but I can create, if you saw the sign at the front door of my classroom, I can create a sign for your room as well. So just inbox me for that. I have that and a bus, if you can see it back there. And like I said, that's just extra things for my daughter. Here are some of their rewards and trophies. Some of their things are in their bedrooms. These are things, I don't know, you know, maybe I should get something to where they could lay flat in the folder. This is dangerous. I left that in here, not my daughter. I don't let them use those scissors. But yeah, this, I want to find something to put their ribbons in, because they earn these every time they go to the program and they memorize a verse or something. So this is my daughter's. Layla, she's purple, and all of her things are purple. These are her books. I have them in order so she knows to start, because I didn't have room for everything. Last year they all had cubbies and I had enough room for all of their books to sit up. So I just put the ones that they use more frequently at the top. This is my son Isaac's table. Oh, and up here I have the short vowels and long vowels. Here is the map of the United States and states and capitals, as you can see, and more, and other cities. I love this sign. Amazing things happen here. This was something else that I did myself for the kids. I can do it just to encourage them. If they're struggling with something that's more difficult, they can just, you know, look at that, and just a reminder. This is my times tables chart for them to look at. I'll refer back to. This is my son Isaac. He's in 4th grade, and I meant to say my daughter is in 2nd grade. And my son Isaac is in 4th grade. He's watching along and commenting along the way. He is green. This is my son Alexander's. He is in 5th grade, so that's his curriculum. And thank you. And this is his, so in here I have pencils and erasers for them. Eventually I want to have index cards in here for them. I wanted to, if I could figure it out, I want to figure out how to, if an index card can go in a printer, and then have like a checklist for them to have at their seat where they can just check off everything. And Kay Shem was the one I got the idea of the color code. She's watching now. Thank you for that, because it's helping out a lot. This was something, I don't know if I really typically need it anymore since I have the other chart, but if they're wondering what they did or did not do, they could look up here. And I don't think it covers all the subjects for everyone, but I have a better chart for them to look at. This was something I purchased from Target. Believe that you can do all things. So since I got rid of my teacher's desk, some of my things from my teacher's desk just kind of piled over here, you know. So I got rid of, if you remember my video from last year, I had a 9 count cubby hole, and this year I got rid of my desk because I did not have room for it. So I got a 6 count this year. And in here are some extra books. These are some books that I actually had growing up. Me, my brother, my sister used them. My dad gave them to me since I started homeschooling. And that's the beauty of homeschooling. So many people just really pour in and just give you stuff just because. Sometimes I find use for it at the moment, and sometimes I'll find use for it later on. These are my daughter's extra learning games. She doesn't play them that much. This one she likes the songs on, but these she doesn't really touch too often. My son Christopher is blue, and he's in 1st grade. This is his curriculum. And I cut these out last year. Some of them I colored, and I put construction paper, but it was just taking too long. So I just cut the box, and just because when they're not standing up, they get all bent. So like this one, this is my daughter's. Her books were thinner, so I felt like, you know, they need to be in here because they needed more support. And she's in preschool. She's excited. First week went great. This is the 2nd week, and she seems like she's getting tired of it already. So I'm trying to figure out what I can do to just try to keep her motivated. She just seems like she's getting bored already. But she didn't like the dollar books, so I went and got her a curriculum, a Becker curriculum this year, and she just seems bored. So I know I made songs up, and she needs like a whole performance where my other kids didn't need that. So, and this is some of the stuff from my, give her more hands-on stuff. Yes, I'll get to that. I do have some ton of hands-on stuff. So this was just some junk from my dressers or miscellaneous stuff. These were binder rings that I actually used for, excuse me, here, to hook on certain things. my stapler, and I purchased tons of hooks, but I cannot seem to find the right size. I got these, did not fit, and I have a larger one, did not fit, so I'm gonna just try to find the single ones for that. And over here I'll go to my kindergartner, no, he's in first grade now, my first grader and my preschooler. So this is their table. One sits here and the other sits here. Blue is my son. They don't really have to have, you know, these color. Oh, I need some water. Hold on one second. Cannot find my water bottle. I don't want to take you on a tour on the whole house, so I'll just stay in here. So these are some things that I have for my son. And some counting and matching. Little clocks. And this was for my daughter as well now. She started using it. Some clock things. This was for my daughter. She's 3. She'll be 4 on Friday. Lord willing, on Friday. And this was working great. She likes this. We try to take a break from work and try to do things like these. She likes this better than doing the book work. So I really wanted to get her the dollar books, but she really wanted more than that. So I got her more. Now she's bored. Here's some puzzles. And I really love these because they may not have the same ending on all of them, but these are the ones I'm showing you, but some of the ones in the middle don't have the same, they have the same ending sound, but they're not spelled the same, which I would prefer how these are. They all end in OG, and these all end in ice, basically. This was something, you clip it on the right thing. So, yeah, I think, okay, Shem, I think that she learns better with things like that, too. This I don't really have much in here. This was a clock. This is something I made for my son, Christopher. He's 5. I made it for him last year. I have a video on it, actually. And these are basically little discs. This was a costume mask that I just kept finding lying around the house, and the kids didn't want me to get rid of it. So I said, well, I'll figure out how I can put it to use. So I just created all these little discs with ending sounds, and they all have these Velcro command strips, and you just hook it on there, and you just take a consonant, cat, let me see, hat. So yeah, so you just do that, and a bunch of different ending sounds. So he really liked it, and I think it really helped him. So I'm trying to get my preschooler to do that as well. But since it's Spider-Man, she kind of not too interested. And over here, this is our reading center. I know these rugs don't match, but this is where they just come and sit. They can, you know, read their books here, so they won't be stuck at their desk all day. So all of them, most of them, probably at least the younger 3 and my second to oldest, they like to just come sit over here and read their books. This is for my daughter now, my 3-year-old. She's learning right and left. I tried to show her last year, and she had to learn it again. So, and these are my books for their grading, their tests and things like that. This was my dry erase board from last year. I waited to the last minute to buy one. So they still look nice. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. This was my dry erase from last year, and it was too small, but I waited, like I said, I waited to the end of the beginning of the school year, and this is all they had left. So this year I was able to get a larger one, and now I just use this for things. I had issues because I wanted things that we could have that they have to memorize, you know, whether it's learning the presidents, or right here I have them doing. I made up a song. Maybe I don't know. I can't sing, but maybe I'll do a video singing the song that I made up for them to try to remember their Bible stuff. And this is their scripture for the week for the younger three. The older boys have something written down. This is our American flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. This is the Christian flag. I actually created this as well. This is a canvas, and I just had the vinyl. I put the vinyl on there. These were the 10 Commandments. My son was in like a, what was it? Kind of like a dress-up thing at church, and he wanted to be Moses. So this was something I had in the boys' room, and I just took out and put it in the schoolroom instead. And over here I have some Legos and puzzles. This is, if you saw my previous video, one of my Target hauls, I really did not like the way, I love this board. I kept coming back to, I wanted it so bad, and I got it, and it wasn't cracked up. It really wasn't cracked up for what it was. It wasn't worth it was only $5, but it only has this one little hook area, and it makes everything unstable, and it was shaky. I actually had to put command on the back of it and make it stay up, because before, every time you touch it, it would move. So, but this is our art center, and these are some more learning things for Zoe and Christopher. This is my little caddy. We don't do a lot of projects in here. We usually go down to the table downstairs, especially if it involves a lot of glue or paint or things. We just put the things in the caddy and go downstairs. This is my calendar somewhat. It makes it fun and hands-on for the kids. They mess with it every day, which they don't have to, because, you know, once you do it for the month, you're pretty much done. But these are magnetic, and they really enjoy taking this stuff off. Here's the extra ones. I purchased this little container at Walmart, so it worked out perfect because they all fit in there. This is for my daughter. If she gets bored, she can just rip off a piece of paper. She hasn't done it yet, but rip off a piece of paper and draw away while she's waiting, or just on her downtime. Here are some more learning cards, puzzles for my daughter and my son, because the other one is building words, complete the word and opposites. These are what I was showing you, the rest of my, the rest of my states and capitals. Here I have some paper clips. Look for my previous video. I made these. I have a video on it. The kids and I made these. We had all our broken crayons and peeled them off, and we just made new crayons. I added cheap crayons with these ones, and they came out great, and they color really well. These are just regular crayons. They was only supposed to put one pack, but my kids went, everybody gave us school supplies this year, which was a blessing, but they went and poured all the crayons in here. I only wanted like one or maybe 2 packs at a time. Here are scissors, some erasers, sharpeners, even though I have electric sharpener, but people gave these to us, and my kids do use them. Here's some tape. Oh, these are just some learning things. Sometimes my kids have probably the younger 3, no, younger 2. They're like, oh, I can't write, I forgot how to write the letter N. So I'll tell them to grab this and practice 3 times, and then usually they get it. But my 3-year-old, she's learning how to write her letters all together, so she sometimes uses this, very rare. This was another learning thing. I had this since my 10-year-old was 1, and I think I had like probably 10 books. I have like 2 left, so they destroy everything. These are just extra pencils and crayons. Here's some stamps and stamp pads. I need to get some more. These are just fun stamps. I wanted to get like some encouraging stamps. This is my favorite mat. I love sign language. I probably sign to myself every day or with the kids. This is my daughter's chalkboard, and whoever wants to use that, my sons use that. These boards are the kids. Sometimes I'll have some extra things for them to do, and I will place whatever they need to do on these clipboards. And my husband was teaching my son and all of the kids Hebrew, but Alexander remembered the most. So I asked him if he can go over it with us again, and my son can be the one to help us remember, because he remembered like really fast. Over here, my corkboard, I just hang up different things. Thank you. I hang up different things on the program that we go to for the church that we go to. It's a schedule, so they have a lot of different fun things for the kids, so it just helps me prepare better if I got to spend more money. Like they have crazy hair night, crazy hat day, and just stuff to make it fun. Even though they're learning about the Lord, they have a time where they have fun as well. This is where I keep some of their scriptures for the church. This is the badges, an example of the badges they earn if they memorize their scriptures. This was my husband's map that he had before I even met him, and he wanted to give it to us, so I was really scared because I didn't want to mess it up since he had it for so long, and he really traveled the world with it because he was in the Marine Corps. And my kids did manage to rip some of it, so I was thinking about replacing it and letting him keep it. I don't know if it's sentimental to him, but I know if I traveled the world and this is what I use, I think I would want to hold on to it longer. Actually my husband's aunt had given me a bunch of these, and in the morning we sit down, we have a prayer, and we just go over whatever it has on here. And I'll ask them, like this morning I asked them, it was talking about God. It says God wants you to know him as you grow up and follow his ways. And I was asking them questions. What are some ways that they can stay close to God? And they were saying, what did they say? They had some good answers. They were saying not to lie and reading your Bible. And I told them, the one thing I was looking for, praying. That's a way to stay close to him. Here we barely use this, but this is planets. And here I have, what is this? The 10 Commandments that they received from church. And over here, here's my schedule. And I think that's it. I think I actually covered the schedule. So, this is not set in stone. This is just something that I'm trying out for right now. So I'll have everybody's doing prayer, Bible, memory verses at the same time. And the 2 younger ones, I can handle them at arithmetic at the same time. So while they're doing that, the other 2 are reading. And then they're doing spelling because they can do that by themselves. Then I'm working with the older 2 in arithmetic. So I'm trying it out. It's working so far. My daughter, I'm having the most trouble with her, but she might just need to scratch the whole curriculum and just do more hands-on for now. But I do want her to start writing, so we'll see where it goes. But that is my room tour. I appreciate you watching this video. Please thumbs up and comment for any questions if I didn't cover something or I forgot something that you saw. And please subscribe. Help me reach 200. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.